Look, 3 types of pastry from just one dough. You can't tell which is nicer or softer. Pizza topping, sausages, or maybe cheese. It melts in your mouth and it's made from just 1 kilogram of flour. I start the preparation by activating the yeast. Put 40 grams of fresh yeast or 10 grams of dry yeast in a bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of flour and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Pour 200 milliliters of warm milk over everything. Mix well and let it rest for about 5-10 minutes. When you see the yeast is activated, put 1 kilogram of all-purpose flour in the mixing bowl. Any flour, whether it's type 400 or 500. Add 2 level tablespoons of salt and mix everything. Now pour in this activated yeast. 450 milliliters of water. If you have a 500 measure, just pour a little out and that will be it. 100 grams of melted margarine or butter. It's completely the same. Now mix everything slowly. Once mixed, so there aren't too many wet parts, knead slowly by hand. This is the simplest technique, just fold it over. The dough will be sticky, just so you know. But that's how it should be. When all ingredients are combined like this, with no overly wet or dry parts, pour 20 milliliters of oil over it, wet your hands slightly, flip it all, and continue kneading. Now everything will combine nicely and it won't stick to you. Once kneaded, so the dough has absorbed all the oil, flip it over, smooth it out, and let it rest for 60 minutes in a warm place. When the dough has risen, transfer it to the work surface. Give it a light knead on the work surface here. You can add a little flour. Now divide it into 3 parts. Approximately. Now I divide this 1 part into 2 pieces. That's for 1 type of pastry. Shape them into circles like this and set aside for 5 minutes while I make the filling. Like this. Now take this other part of the dough and divide it into 2 pieces as well. That's for the 2nd type of pastry. I'll place them like this and dust with a bit of flour. For this 3rd type of pastry, I'll divide the dough into 3 parts. Then I'll shape 3 balls. The 3rd part, when divided into 3 pieces, dust with a little flour and set aside while I make the fillings. For the first filling, 300 grams of ham. Any ham product will do. 100 to 150 grams of any semi-hard cheese that you know will melt nicely. A pinch of oregano. Now add some tomato, ketchup, whatever you have, just to bind it a bit. I usually make a mixture of some tomato sauce and ketchup. It's important this mixture is thick. That's it for that part. For the 2nd filling, open the cheese. And for the 3rd, Peel the sausages. That's it. Take the first piece of dough, press it down lightly with your hand like this. Dust with a little flour if it sticks to prevent sticking. Then roll it out with a rolling pin. Roll it into a rectangle as thin as you can. This is a large baking pan where I've placed parchment paper. Now I'll place this dough from edge to edge. The dough is fine and soft, so freely pull it with your hands as needed. Approximately like this. Now spread this filling over the entire surface. You can do it like this too. Now spread it everywhere. After doing this, take the second piece of dough. Then repeat the rolling out process. Place the second piece of dough nicely on top. Tuck in these edges. Press it down well so it doesn't leak. Now cut it. Cut into smaller or larger pieces. I'll cut smaller because I'm making mini pastries. If you're making it for a dinner, you can make larger ones. With a knife, cutter, whatever you have. For example, like this. Now horizontally. You can leave it like this, but I'll make triangles. They are the most requested, I'd say, so to speak. The kids choose them the most. Maybe because they resemble those American sandwiches or something. I have no idea. Or maybe the reason is just pizza. And this pastry is done. I'll let it rise while I prepare the second one. Now take these dough pieces we divided into 3 parts. Again, flatten them slightly with your hand. Then roll left and right. Arrange the sausages along the length like this. Like this. Now make cuts here like this. You can additionally chop these parts like this. Again, you can, but you don't have to. Now roll up each of these pieces. Arrange them on the pan and repeat the rolling, filling, cutting and folding process for the remaining 2. Take one of the remaining 2 dough pieces and roll it out left and right. Now thin out these edges like this. As much as you can. And approximately like this. Now cut down the middle. Now we get 2 pieces of dough. Take the cheese, place it on one side like this. Use whichever you want, as much as you want. Don't overdo it now so it doesn't leak everywhere. But add whatever you like. Now, depending on if it's milder or stronger, add a little salt. Now just roll it up into a roll. The roll looks like this. I'll do the same with the other one. Now we'll do this and cut these rolled rolls. Cut into pieces of your desired size. Here I've whisked 1 egg to brush this first pastry, since it has now rested enough. Just while I was rolling all this, it has even resin a bit. I'll brush it with this whisked egg. Then I'll turn on the oven to preheat to 200 degrees Celsius. As soon as it's hot, I'll bake this first pastry. Like this, since these are like pizzas. I'll sprinkle some oregano on top. A little, not this much. Now moving on to the sausages. Then finally the cheese rolls. 1 egg is quite enough to brush everything, because this dough is made from 1 kilogram of flour. If you need it for a birthday or celebration, with 2 kilograms you could really stock up. Provided you don't have 50 to 100 people, then you would need more. Look, 3 types of pastry from just 1 dough. You can't tell which is nicer or softer. Here it is, the edge piece. Beautiful. And made from just 1 kilogram of flour.